Was he laying here in bed and he moving over off the ground?
And when I got up, and that's when I saw the blood. And he goes like this. I said, "What did you do? What did you do?" "I'm sorry, I did it. I failed. I'm sorry."
He stabbing himself, or you stabbed him?
I didn't.
You stabbed him.
I didn't.
You stabbed him.
This is what got me hella confused.
Okay.
If I was you, I'd be like, why would you clean him up? I mean, that's one thing I think is kind of little,
On November 29th, 2020, police are called to the home of a distressed woman.
Damn, and this happened in 2020. You know what was going on in 2020. Everything was like disrupted. They was trying to hold us down. Okay? Everything was just crazy around that time, so to speak. This sound like some crazy shit.
Woman in Farmington, New Mexico.
No, bro, what the fuck is going on in New Mexico? These niggas. Damn, New Mexico. Cracking, I ain't gonna lie. Motherfucking straight drugs up in this motherfucker. Straight motherfucking violence. Sex and violence, nigga. Sex and violence. That's all they know, apparently, in this motherfucker. Shit.
Following a horrific discovery. Her husband has died. Right away, his injuries raise chilling questions, and investigators are left with the daunting task of uncovering the truth about.
I don't give a fuck. If it's a woman, I always check the husband. If it's a husband, I always check the wife. Cause nigga, it's not like, obviously it's some niggas that might want you gone, but no, it's motherfuckers that want you gone more, aka 9 times out of 10 might be a family member or your wife, your significant other that might be doing this shit. And it sound crazy, but we in a crazy world, bro. So it hit different.
About his demise.
I believe it's the woman, just off of her whole everything. And then I understand, like, it's traumatic, and women is women, but bro, when you get to crying and just, I feel like if you a woman that's really like not guilty or some shit, number one, I feel like she would be crying more. And if not crying more, she's not crying at all. Her ass is trying to get through the information on some shit. That's what I feel like. I don't know. It obviously ranges from case to case. It's just a feeling. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this motherfucker guilty, but feelings ain't facts. So let's go ahead and see what the facts is.
I'm just going to say this now, since everybody's recording. If you ever find me with multiple stab wounds in my chest, I didn't do it myself.
The following is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never.
That's a fact in itself. Cause you heard she said her husband over here doing these motherfucking tricep extensions. Y'all need nigga, what you know about it? The whoops, boom. This is a great ass workout for your tricep. Nonetheless, he ain't fucking stabbed himself, but we knew that.
Been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. Authorities respond to a 911 call made by 47-year-old Heather Fernandez Hofer, a third-grade teacher, to report the death of her 49-year-old husband, Robert Hofer. Officers find her waiting for them outside her home.
Where is he, ma'am? Keep the door open, we have an officer coming.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's she on the phone?
Ma'am, did you see what happened?
No.
2497.
Where's the blood coming from on him? On his chest?
And I fell asleep on the couch, and I came in here, and he was on the floor.
You're all gonna leave this door.
Ma'am, can you watch eyes?
You fell asleep. Look, the office, I feel like the officer's got some senses on him. You know what I'm saying? You fell asleep on the couch.
You check his pulse.
He's cold.
He's cold.
Old.
When did you last see him?
About 3. And I came in just now. And I guess he got his razor out. I don't know what he did. I don't know.
Do you have any medical conditions, or what was he suffering from?
I don't know. I got up earlier. We were
This
hanging
is
out
your
in the
husband.
room, and
How you don't know?
he wanted to fight. I made him fight, and then I brought him to bed. And he said, "It hurts. It hurts."
His chest?
And I took his shirt off, and I don't know where I took it. I took it off, and I tried to clean it.
It's okay. You want to have a...
Bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's not making sense. Buddy went out trying to get some pie? Is what you're telling me? Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, she grimy. I'll be damn. I look at my wife and my babe. I want some pie. I ain't eat pie in so long. Let me get some pie. She get me right with some pie, lay me to bed on some king shit. I'm feeling like I'm chilling. It's some king shit. This bitch gonna stab me out of nowhere. When I'm trying to get some pie, it's crazy, bro. This nigga went out eating pie. I'm sick for him. I'm not sick to be sick. I'm sick for this nigga. Cause that's crazy. That's bad. With that being said, bro, you took off his shirt because his chest started hurting because of some pie, and you said you try to clean it. Fuck you mean try to clean it? What did he do? He spilled a pie over him or some shit? This is an explosive pie on some SpongeBob shit? What happened? Like,
seat for me? I know what he cut himself with.
He
Why?
was with the steak knives, but I couldn't have.
Okay, let's not go reaching around. I just don't want you to get cut, man, in case it's sitting around here.
Say again.
I don't want you reaching around just in case you get cut, okay?
Was he suicidal?
Not that I know of.
Was he laying here in
If
bed
he's
and
not-
over off the ground?
And when I got up,
No, the lacerations I'm seeing are deep enough and have a lot of blood protruding, but
that's the thing. It's not. They weren't deep. They're not deep enough to kill.
what medication does he take, man?
what? How do you know that, though? How do you know that? Unless you was the nigga that was doing it. It hit different. I ain't gonna lie, let me be an officer. I don't give a fuck. I'm arresting niggas on sight. Nigga, now let me stop. That's why I'm not an officer, because what the fuck? Nigga, hey, my motherfucking sixth sense is there, nigga. A motherfucker tell me some... You lying, ma'am. You're lying. You're lying.
They're not deep enough to kill.
What medication does he take, man? Or is his medication up here?
I don't want him to be like that, and I know he's.
We're gonna take care of him. We're gonna respect him. We're gonna take care of him for you.
And you know she's sick. She's sick, bro. That's all I gotta say. These niggas got masks on. That's how sick she is. They can't even be found
for that. Okay.
Even though it's COVID time. They just know she's sick.
I don't know, you guys.
And if they don't know,
I don't know what he did. I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay.
We're going to have somebody come and look at him, but we're going to try and move him to a more accessible place. Is there any way that I can get you to step out and we're going to end up coming out that way? Or do you want to wait until we move him? It's up to you. You can stay with him. It's just...
Man, we can't cover him with a blanket, unfortunately.
We're going to have to move him out because our medical examiners are going to examine him, okay?
Eventually, the officers are able to move Heather from the room. Due to the location of Robert's body, the officers decide to use a blanket to shift him so there's easier access to the door, a choice they may soon come to regret.
We got him out of the door. They can come in.
As one of the officers takes a closer look at Robert's body, they make a shocking discovery, now realizing that this case is far more serious than they first believed.
Is it deep?
Actually, that one is pretty decent.
Like a puncture, huh?
Yeah, a few punctures.
Damn it.
Got the puncture. Got the puncture. Got the puncture.
Oh man, we might have to call detectives. Call Sarge.
Yeah.
I know he's big.
He's gonna need your help.
Okay.
Yeah, this bitch sick. I know he's
I know
big.
he's big.
Of course, bitch. You try to move him. You push him off the bed. He's gonna need your help.
Okay. I'll be back, okay, Heather? We might have to call detectives. Yeah, I will. Close the door. Okay. Hey, look, people, once we're gonna figure out, okay?
After notifying the sergeant about their discovery, the other residents of the home are informed about Robert's passing. Heather's 28-year-old son, Tyler Hartzell, emerges from a back bedroom he shares with his girlfriend, Elizabeth Pinto.
And look, off the get, I ain't gonna lie. Me, I'ma just say Tyler sound like a real one. Tyler, the thing about it is, that's her son, though. Oh, wait. That's his dad, I'm pretty sure. And if it's not his dad, then, buddy, tell the truth, please. Because they're going to find it out regardless. I feel like he's going to tell the truth. I feel like he a trooper. And he got a girl, Pinto. Yeah, I feel like they're going to be cool, bro.
And their 2 children, including
2 kids
a
there,
6-day-old baby.
Bro, they got to tell
Give
the
my
truth.
mama a hug. Yeah, absolutely. You can see everyone. Oh, mama.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mama. I'm right here, okay?
Ah, yeah, that's a real nigga. That's a real nigga. Ain't got Star Wars on. I ain't never seen Star Wars. I just know it's fire. Real nigga. Real nigga, like I said.
Well, breathe, okay? I need you to breathe. I know it sucks, but come on. Come on, mama. Some big breaths with me, okay? Big breaths. I'm going to make you some coffee or Mama, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette so I can calm down.
Yes, outside, sir. Yeah, I have to brush my teeth. Sorry.
We're just gonna follow you around everywhere.
That's fine. I don't care.
When detectives arrive at the home, the investigation into Robert's unusual death begins in earnest, starting with requesting permission to search the residence.
Are you okay to give?
So,
Our
That's
purpose,
fine.
because of what
That's-
because
yeah.
of the circumstances, these
Right.
are this isn't abnormal. Okay, this isn't
Right.
a normal death. So we want to
this is not
make
a normal
sure.
death? No.
Well, no, right.
No.
This is not right. So this is what we're
of
trying to
course
say
it's
is
not.
that
You
you
know
have rights. Okay.
Right, right. You guys are.
Okay.
But I have to throw a little disclaimer out.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
My big kids are potheads.
Okay.
That's okay. Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
interested in any of that.
I just had to. I had to. You know,
No,
that was the
that's-
whole look
yeah.
on my face.
Yeah.
You know, I know you guys have to find everything and search everything, but
Yeah. We're not concerned with that.
However, soon after Heather gives her consent to search the
Lying.
house, the officers make a concerning discovery, the
Lying.
details of which will come to light later. For now, they realize that nothing is quite as it seems, and they ask Heather, her son Tyler, and his girlfriend Elizabeth to head down to the Farmington police station. A convoluted story will soon emerge, leaving the detectives with the difficult task of uncovering the truth.
So, based on everything that we've looked at so far, I wanted to just interview you further. I think it's appropriate that I advise you of your rights. Okay. So what?
being charged with anything.
You're not being charged with anything. We don't have any charges against you. But again, I'm here. I've got to find out what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, I have to be more thorough in my questioning.
This is grimy.
After agreeing to waive her rights, Heather gives some background about her relationship with Robert. Heather works as a third-grade teacher and at the local library. It was there that she met Robert about a year ago. The two had just married on September 5th, 2020, around 12 weeks earlier. Heather then begins to recount the events of the evening, beginning with her and Robert spending time together while he played the video game Fallout. She says the only time she left his side that night was to warm him up some pie.
Damn, my nigga bad, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga had the Canada Dry, the motherfucking pie. I'm spitting bars in they fire. With that being said, he got dick grime. Cause what the fuck happened? She so slimy. She slimy as shit, bro. Cause this shit crazy. She went to go warm up some pie and then left this nigga lazy. It hit different. She lying. She fucking took this nigga out and now he flying. R.I.P. to bro.
She says the only time she left
pie.
his side that night was to warm him up some pie.
We did have a drink.
Okay. What did you have to drink?
Gin and ginger ale.
Okay, both of you?
Yes.
Just one drink?
Mm-hmm.
Each of you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys, at some point, did you move from the office to the? Did he move from the office to the bedroom? How did what happened?
Yes,
Okay.
I walked
Walked him over to the bedroom. Okay, from the office. And you said something to the effect that he was complaining of some pain.
Yes.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Describe that again. What?
It hurts. It hurts. I'm like, what?
Uh-huh.
You know, because he one day it's his elbow and one day it's this. You know, he kind of.
Bro, you know something that I look. Something I noticed about these New Mexico motherfuckers, aka Walter White and her, what I can see with my own two eyes is they're twisting truths in with lies to make it sound more truthful. So let's say I went on a murder or whatever. I went on a drill, did something, and I went to Casey's on some shit, yada, yada, yada. I said, okay, I went to Casey's. I did this, and that. I was hanging out with so-and-so. I don't even know what you talking about on some shit. She twisting in some of the truth, bits and pieces with the lies, bro. This is some New Mexico shit. Sean, talking about, what she said? What she said?
One day it's his elbow.
Yeah, one day it's his elbow. Now it hurts. It hurts. What the fuck? How did that lead to the stab?
And one day it's this. You know, he kind of, you know.
Okay.
So I was like, what hurts? What hurts?
And did he tell you?
Not at that time, no.
Okay, he just said it hurts. Was he pointing to anything when he said it hurts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you didn't inquire any further than what you just said?
Yeah.
You asked him and he didn't explain?
He didn't explain.
Okay.
Instead of joining her husband in bed, Heather went out to the couch to scroll on her phone before returning to the bedroom to use the bathroom.
And what happened then?
And that's when I saw the blood.
And that's when I saw.
And was he awake or sleeping?
She about to cry. Yeah.
When you saw the blood?
He was awake because it's like it hurt
Okay.
again. That's when he said it hurt again. And I took his shirt off, which you guys have, the shirt and the jacket.
The location of Robert's shirt.
And
But
I
you
took his
guys-
shirt off,
Look,
which you guys have.
look, I'm giving y'all tips to read people, right? Which you guys have the shirt and the jacket is what she said, right? She took his shirt off. Something played about the shirt. I think she stabbed the nigga through the shirt or some shit. Just on some other shit. She said she took his shirt off. I don't know. She's emphasizing on the shirt because she also did it beforehand on some shit. It's a lot of contest niggas gotta peep. You know what I mean? Listen what she hears.
Got the shirt and the jacket.
The location of Robert's shirt had been brought up earlier by the initial officers on the scene. At first, Heather couldn't remember where she put the shirt before cleaning Robert's wounds.
But we can't really go touching anything or moving around clothes, okay? At this point. But you said you took it off of him before he went back to bed? Okay, so Heather, like I said, we don't need to dig around. If you know where it's at, we'll just...
Heather, we'll just wait in the kitchen.
I feel like that's probably
That's
it.
his.
Okay, we'll go ahead and look at it and we'll pull it out when detectives get here, okay, Heather?
We'll just wait in the kitchen, okay, ma'am?
Heather, we're just going to step out this way, okay? I think that's probably going to be it, but we're not going to touch anything, okay?
I can't remember the shirt.
That's okay.
That's okay. That's the shirt. I'll just put it on the bed, that's fine.
And I
Got
cleaned him
orange
up.
cat? Damn.
And I'm like, what did you do? What did you do?
Uh-huh. And what did he say?
He he used the steak knife.
He said that?
Yeah.
Yet when deputies first arrived on the scene, Heather speculated about what Robert may have used.
I guess he had gotten his razor out. I don't know what he did.
So it's like, if you were to do your best to quote what he said to you, what exactly did he say to you at that point? He's saying it hurts, and you said, what did you do?
Yeah.
And then what did he say?
And that's when I saw the blood.
Okay.
And he goes like this. I said, what did you do? What did you do? And he, does the whole gesture.
Uh-huh.
And when, where, what? And that's when he said he's the steak knife.
Okay. When do you think he...
I bet this plan, like this whole little whoop, sounded so much better in her head.
This happened? When do you think that the lacerations occurred? When do you think?
Had to be before he went to bed around 11 or midnight.
So sometime like after pie and sometime before bed?
Yeah.
Okay. But to be clear, you didn't see him do this?
I didn't see him do it.
Okay.
With Heather unable to say when Robert's injuries occurred, detectives also questioned the other two adults in the home, starting with Heather's son Tyler. His testimony will eventually prove to be the most enlightening, but likely not in the way anyone anticipated. Tyler explains that in March he suffered a traumatic brain injury when he fell off a longboard and now takes medication at night, which he says knocks him out completely.
I don't know what happened when I went to bed, if I think I started arguing. I'm not saying my mom's guilty, don't think I am, but I, of course, I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't think she did it when I don't know what happened.
Real nigga.
With this interesting beginning to Tyler's interview.
The gingers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Gingers, bro. We always gonna keep it. We gonna keep it real, nigga.
Investigators ask him about the dynamics of his mother's relationship with Robert.
How are things between your mom and Robert?
They've always been really good, like every time, like even if I'd start getting frustrated with my mom about something, Robert would always try to defend her, and he'd be like, she's my wife, so like I have to do what she wants. You know?
Right.
They were always really cool. I never heard them fight. I never even had to, I think they're fighting, or none of that really ever happened. They're really sexual, though. I know that because me and my mom got that kind of relationship. Because she was saying, when they search my house, they're going to find some stuff. I was like, oh, mama. She's like, oh, I'm a Toys R Us kid. I'm like, oh, okay.
Investigators also spoke with Elizabeth, Tyler's girlfriend, and she shared her thoughts about Heather and Robert's relationship.
To kind of go off of that, how would they treat each other?
Really good. Like they would be together all the time, and they always had a really good time with whatever they were doing.
Elizabeth, Tyler, and their two small children had moved into Heather and Robert's house in September, about 2 months earlier. Heather was financially supporting her son and his children, along with Robert, who had lost his job at the library due to COVID. He'd previously worked as a nuclear operator on submarines during his time with the Navy. In an EWU exclusive interview, Sonia, Robert's sister, gave some insight into how Tyler and Elizabeth ended up living with Heather and Robert.
When he realized that Tyler's girlfriend was several months pregnant and they didn't have transportation, she needed to go to doctor's appointments, and so Robert talked Heather into them going down to Albuquerque and moving Tyler and his girlfriend to Farmington to live with them.
What has it been like? What's been the atmosphere?
It's pretty good. They're just all. It's kind of like a honeymoon thing. Like they're all over each other, but they've also been like that since they got together in a relationship.
You mentioned kind of honeymoonish, so that usually doesn't entail any arguing. Have you noticed any arguing or anything like that?
Not really.
Okay.
Occasional. Why she put that there, or simple little things like that. But I've never really seen them actually argue and get mad at each other.
Okay.
Back in her interview, Heather describes Robert's wounds.
And that's what's making it more slimy, bro. Like, this bit grimy. Like, you telling me you have a husband that you're not even arguing with, really, y'all all over each other, and you slime them out, bro?
Which she examined after removing his shirt and cleaning them.
Were they bleeding? And I know this is hard, but I gotta ask the hard questions. How bad were they bleeding when you saw them?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
When you mean not bad, was there just a little bit of blood coming out, or were they bleeding at all, or
Just a little bit of blood. That's how it looked.
just kind of oozing out a little bit, or just kind of slowly coming out, but not squirting? Yeah,
No,
okay,
nothing
nothing like that. Okay, so he was bleeding. Okay,
And you guys saw the blood on the bed.
yeah,
That's not,
yeah. There's not a lot of blood on
That's
that.
not a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Heather wasn't the only one to believe that Robert's wounds weren't serious, at least at first.
Me and didn't up. He was laying right here. Door was cracked about this much for us to walk in over him. And then the wounds look super superficial. Like they're scratches. Okay.
The investigators currently at Heather's house at the same time that her interview was taking place also noted that there wasn't very much blood in the bedroom.
I don't know how you get face down here.
With no blood?
Right, because to move, you have to be what?
Alive.
Alive,
And
right?
maybe.
And if you're alive and you're now face down, what are you going to do? Bleed.
And bleed.
Right? So I don't know how you get from the bed alive, here, dead, face down,
And
with no blood anywhere.
The mystery of the lack of blood would eventually be solved. But for now, Heather continues with the timeline of events. It's soon that the first concerning discrepancy emerges.
You mentioned that since he had wet the bed, you weren't going to sleep in the bed.
No, I went back to the couch.
You went back to the couch.
Heather had mentioned Robert wetting the bed earlier while waiting for detectives to arrive.
So then you went back to sleep on the sofa.
So he's dead and he wets the bed is what I'm getting from it. Because there's no way that this grown man, unless he has, which he's only like 40, 50 something, unless he has something wrong with his bladder. So he's dead and he pees on the floor again, or I mean on the bed again, and she's not gonna sleep, and then she sleeps while detectives are coming anyway. And the fact that you're going to sleep while detectives is coming is crazy. Number one, cuz would have been in the hospital already. I would have called 911. Fuck just the detectives. Nigga, where the fuck is the ambulance? What LA Capone said? And niggas die cause the cops come before motherfucking doctors and shit. It hit different. It's one thing I never did, and that's love a bitch. Cause they drilling shit. It hit different. Like, this is crazy, bro. He had to be dead though, right? Cause there's no way he peed in the bed and you talking about you not gonna be in the bed. You about to sleep on the couch, and then he started to do what he did.
Again?
On the sofa. Yeah, because he peed. Sorry.
He peed in the bed.
Yes.
Is that normal for him?
No.
No.
I was mad. Sorry, bad words.
Yep.
Truth comes out.
Sorry, bad words. Truth comes out. Like, look, a motherfucker ever. Look at the body language.
I was mad.
I was mad.
Sorry, bad words.
Yep.
Truth comes out.
Laughing, bro. Laughing is what you do when you don't. You know, it can be an outcome of what happens when you don't know what to do or say. Right? She's laughing in a situation like this. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If my wife ever got slimed out by anybody, I don't think I would laugh at all until like, well, I ain't gonna lie, I'm me. You know, I might say some shit, do some shit, but she's not me, bro. AKA, I don't think a motherfucker really gonna be sitting here on some other shit. This motherfucker, she did it,
Ain't
bro.
laying in the piss bed.
How did you find him when you went in there at 5?
He was face down.
Okay.
Face down.
He was, you know, the school laptop that was in there.
Uh-huh.
He was his face down on there.
So his face was on that? Okay.
Yeah. And he was on the ground, of course. So I rolled him over.
Uh-huh.
And
Mumble. Or, oh, never mind.
Take your time. Here's it too.
The detective done
cute.
fuck.
Okay.
And I just obviously, I want my.
According to police documents, they never located any vomit in the bedroom. Heather has also made it clear that she discovered Robert unresponsive on the ground around 5 a.m. But in Elizabeth's interview, she recounts hearing something that may put this claim in question.
Well, I wake up with the baby and everything, and so that was up a couple times throughout the night. I didn't hear anything, and then it's around 4:30 or 5. I'm not exactly too sure the time.
4:30 or 5? Okay.
It was about that time.
Okay.
I heard Heather crying, and she called somebody. I'm pretty sure she called you guys.
Elizabeth recalls hearing crying sometime before Heather's 911 call, which came in at 5:42 a.m., begging the question, is the timeline wrong, or is something missing from Heather's story?
And since the time you have known him or that you've been with him, he's made no mention of any suicide, or he's had no suicidal tendencies or ideations.
No.
He hasn't been.
Not when
of course
since
he
we've been
has,
together, no.
And he's not on any medication for depression or anything like that?
No.
That you know of? Okay.
In his interview, Tyler shared something similar.
So he's never made comments to you about him wanting to hurt himself recently, and you didn't see anything unusual in the last couple of days?
No.
Like that. Okay.
No argument, no fight or anything like that? Okay.
That's why I don't understand. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
You know, just like when we were eating and we're talking and he's like, I finally found my person.
Yeah. You found your person, all right, my nigga. The person that's gonna slime your ass out when you eating some motherfucking pie. That shit crazy, bro. It's like, I can never, bro. You just gotta, like, you can't even trust the people that brought you into this world sometimes, bro. And that's crazy to say. Let alone to be able to trust a random woman that you meet on some shit. She had 40 years of life, 40-some years of life that you don't know what the fuck she did. This bitch could have ate somebody's toe. You know what I mean? You would just never know on some shit. Can't trust people, bro.
Well, he married me and he has Asperger's. Well,
But you can't.
right?
Yeah.
And he loved me, you know?
Yeah.
And we were talking about how, like, we finally found our person.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know.
Would you say he seemed happy last night going to bed? There was no issues.
He's been happy.
Okay.
He's been so happy.
It seems Robert's sister Sonia agreed with Heather about this.
I can tell you for sure that during the last 12 months of his life since he met Heather, that was the happiest period of his entire life. He was working at the Farmington Public Library, and a mutual friend introduced him to Heather. They hit it off, and it was just this amazing relationship.
During their investigation, authorities tracked down Robert's first wife, who shared that they'd remained in sporadic contact, occasionally messaging over Facebook. In fact, she'd received a concerning message from him about a year and a half earlier.
In 2019, he sends just this. I did not cut deep enough.
I'm making a mess.
So seeing this bothered me. And clearly,
And that was in 2019, June of 2019.
Yes.
Okay.
If I had seen this,
Yeah.
I would have reached out to him. I mean, this was bothersome to me.
Is that the last messages?
That's the last.
Interesting.
It says
because you're seeing it now. What do you mean? If you would have seen it, you seen it. You just didn't respond.
I didn't stab deep, or I didn't cut deep enough.
Yeah.
It doesn't say if he's cutting someone.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what he's cutting.
Yeah.
It doesn't say, like, once I calm down a little bit and breathe through it, I'm like, he's so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have been talking about, cutting tomatoes.
Cooking or something.
Right.
Yeah.
With this odd final message from Robert in mind, the investigators ask his ex-wife about his mental health.
When you guys were together, was he ever depressed enough that he would talk about suicide or anything like that?
I would say that I think he probably did really suffer from depression. And like I said, like he started drinking heavily and he would call very sad and tearful. He never ever mentioned that he was going to hurt himself or suicide, anything like that.
Tyler had also been aware of Robert's drinking.
Does he drink a lot?
He drinks every night.
How much do you see? From what you can see.
I've seen them drink 2 fifths Crown Royal.
Who's they?
Him and my mom.
Oh, between each other?
Mm-hmm. He drinks a fifth of vodka pretty much every night, or a 12-pack of beer every day. I've never seen him go a day without drinking.
When investigators accessed Heather's text messages, they revealed that she was more than aware of Robert's alcohol consumption. In one message, Heather wrote to Robert, "You know you can't be drinking because I can't take her tonight, right?" To which he replied, "Yes, dear." Another time, Robert told Heather that he felt terrible, and she replied, "I'm sure you did nothing but drink all day yesterday. What did you expect? You planning on drinking today?" On other occasions, Heather asked Robert to promise me no booze and to please take it easy. In her interview, Sonia, Robert's sister, also mentioned his struggles with alcohol.
He struggled with alcoholism his entire life, and he always felt kind of socially on the outside. And the reason why is we are confident that he had undiagnosed Asperger's.
She also shared that Robert left the Navy and then worked at Fuji.
He was with that job for a while and then had a fallout from that job, and so then he moved back home. And then just during those years, the alcoholism just really built up because he was so unhappy and not making progress in his life like he wanted.
The detective speaking with Heather won't confront her about this just yet and takes a break, returning with a new set of questions for her.
Now, you didn't see anything? He didn't make any mention to you?
No.
But, so that's telling me that something happened before he went to bed. This all would have had to have happened before he went to bed, if what you're telling me
Right.
is true. Otherwise, there might be something else that we find out later that might be different. But from your statement alone, you're saying that it's pointing towards something happened probably in that office?
Probably.
Okay.
But like I didn't see anything. I don't know when he did this. Sorry. I see nothing. I did not see him do this.
Okay.
Earlier, Heather had stated that there was only one time Robert was alone that evening before going to bed.
So he wanted pie.
Yeah, who doesn't want pie?
Oh, I love pie. So you warmed him some pie.
Right.
Okay. And then he ate the pie?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he went to bed?
Heather says that the only time Robert could have hurt himself was while she was warming up the pie. However, this would mean that his injuries would have had to have gone unnoticed for hours prior to going to bed. As well, the steak knives are kept in the kitchen, and so she would have likely seen him grab one.
I'm a little concerned as well with why you first see his injuries and then don't do anything.
I didn't think they were that bad. I really don't. They didn't look deep.
Okay, but he's complaining that he's hurting
Right.
prior to bed.
I didn't see him when he went to bed. That's the thing.
Though Heather is stating this now, it isn't what she said earlier.
And then he went to bed about 11 or midnight. That's about as far as you and I got earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what happened after that?
And then he said, that's when he was like, it hurts. I was like, why are you talking about it hurts? And I saw blood on him. And I took his shirt off, cleaned it up.
Since her questioning at the station began, Heather has stated that she cleaned Robert's wounds when she went into the bedroom around 3 a.m. However, initially she said she cleaned his wounds when he first went to bed. The deviations in her story only become more alarming from here.
Okay, but
you know what I mean? I did not see him.
Right, you didn't see the injuries before bed, but you hear him.
Or anything.
Yeah, but you heard him complain. He said he was hurt, his chest hurt. Yeah.
But he gets like that when he gets his migraines.
Right.
And,
So that's
there's-
understood. But then when you went in the next time, and he says according to you, he says they're self-inflicted. In any case, that's cause for concern. Okay, right. I would kind of liken it. I'm married. I also have kids. If anyone in my family, if I found that they stabbed themselves, if they said they stabbed themselves with a steak knife, I would be concerned.
Me too. That's common sense. And I'm pretty sure I asked this in the beginning of the video. This nigga gets stabbed. And your initial response is to call the police and not the ambulance. You sit here, clean this nigga's shirt, lay him back to bed. This nigga died. Like, what happened, bro? This bitch selling.
I would, one, because I would be concerned that they might have some injuries, okay? And even if they're superficial, my next concern would be, I don't want to leave them so that they can potentially harm themselves again or more.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That doesn't make sense to me.
I know.
So how do you...
Yeah, that's another thing. I think I said it. She said she was trying to go back to bed. He wet the bed or some shit like that. And you trying to go to sleep. Like, this bitch not making sense. But we knew that from the jump, though. She did this shit, my nigga. She did this shit.
How do you explain that?
Honestly, I didn't think they were that bad. I didn't realize that they were as bad as they were. I didn't realize it.
Okay.
I didn't.
During her initial statement, Heather had explained her reasoning.
I didn't think it was that. I really didn't think it was that bad. Because the steak knife, you really can't. I didn't. They're not even like. Sure. And I didn't notice any of them missing or any of that. So I was like.
And what about the discussion, after he said he stabbed himself with the steak knife? What then? I mean, you just what happened?
I didn't see any steak knife missing. That's the thing.
But obviously he cut himself with something. Like, what was? You didn't any further say, why are you doing this?
I didn't.
Let's get you some help.
I'm sorry, I didn't. I failed. I'm sorry. I didn't.
The whereabouts of the steak knife was a main concern when detectives first arrived at Heather's home, and after she gave them permission to search for it, they made a startling discovery.
Where is that? In the kitchen.
And then with the rest of the knives.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Did
we haven't yet.
Okay. We're going to pull everybody out. We're just going to get a search warrant.
Yeah.
At this point.
So you don't want to leave this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
For now. And we'll go from there.
I documented where it was at, so today.
Okay.
So, I guess I'm okay with them driving up them slower, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but that was in with the rest of the knives.
Yeah, this was in with all the knives, so I started pulling from the top down.
That doesn't make sense either.
And it was.
Why would it be?
Exactly. Why would it be there if this is self-inflicted? Like she said, why would the knife be there, bro? It hit different.
Yeah.
Why would
They're
the knife
stashed
be
on everything else. I can't tell any residual or anything, but just the depth of it. It's about there.
Yeah.
Because everything else there's clean.
Yeah.
It was this discovery that prompted the detectives to bring Heather, Tyler, and Elizabeth in for questioning. According to Tyler, Heather had been aware of this finding.
What did your mom tell you?
My mom said that he got stabbed. Or he stabbed himself, something like that. But
Man, I ain't gonna lie, she gonna have to give me a second. Hold up. It hit different.
I don't know.
Back in this mind.
We were on the way over here. She's like, I don't know what happened. She had some puncture wounds. And they found the knife. And he pissed himself. And that's all I really remember.
They found a knife?
They found the knife in the butcher block. So she told me.
And the other issue I have with that is why is there not a knife missing? Do you know what I'm saying? If he did this to himself,
Right?
why would he put a knife back?
I don't know. See, that's the thing is I don't know. I know I didn't do this.
Okay.
I did not do this.
Accountability.
I love him.
You love it.
Him. We were talking about how much like we're our people. We finally found home.
Yeah.
Finally found home.
Wait, it doesn't make any sense.
I know. I don't know.
Heather had made similar protestations when the first officers arrived at her house.
No, it's our normal procedure, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of warn you ahead of time. They're gonna probably collect your shirt and take pictures of you and your hands. Just because
I didn't do anything.
It's okay. It's just procedure.
I didn't do anything.
Well, let me step out for a second, and
It's different.
I'll be right back. Let me talk to my supervisor and see what they think. Okay.
In Tyler's interview, he begins to share some of the doubts playing on his mind.
My mom was just broken. Like, I don't know what to do. She said she feels guilty.
Of course you do.
That's what she says. She feels guilty.
What did you ask her when she said that?
She just said it out of the blue.
Why did she feel guilty?
Because she did it.
You didn't ask her why she felt guilty?
I did, and I was like, well, Mom, like, if you feel guilty, bro, then just tell me you feel guilty. You know, it's like, not like she did anything. But, yeah, that's what she said. She said that while we were in that room, all three of us together. I think she probably feels guilty because she didn't catch on to, like, if he was feeling some type of way. You know what I mean?
The detective returns to speak with Heather, this time ready for a confrontation.
Well, howdy again, partner.
Howdy. Okay, so a couple of things I didn't ask before too. Just trying to think of things so I don't leave anything out. How come you didn't just go to bed with him and lay down and like look at do your social media and Facebook there in the bed? How come you didn't go to bed with him?
Well, because I have ruined many pairs of glasses laying down on my phone or reading a book.
I wear glasses. If you couldn't tell. I wear glasses. Take them bitches off. You think laying down the bed, bro, this was the worst lie she could have ever came up with. I don't think my little cousin would believe it. And cuz is about 4.
And I just got these.
Okay.
I just really wasn't ready to go to bed.
Okay.
How's that for an answer?
Okay.
Earlier,
How's that for an answer?
Heather had an entirely different explanation about why she didn't get into bed with Robert.
On the sofa. Yeah, because he peed.
Because he peed. See? That's what I'm saying. Everything. So, did he pee? He peed before he cut himself? Or he peed once he was dead? So she's saying he peed, and so she didn't go to bed with him before he cut himself. Why the fuck would this grown man piss in the bed? And then you, the wife, you're not gonna clean it, you're not gonna do shit. The fuck?
Sorry.
He peed in the bed.
Yes.
Is that normal for him?
No.
No.
I was mad. Sorry, bad words. Truth comes out. I ain't laying in the piss bed.
The detective then returns to the details of the timeline.
So explain to me. So you said you cleaned him up.
Yeah. Well, I remember I took his shirt off. And I cleaned. They didn't, you know.
What was he?
You cleaned this nigga's shirt before helping him is another thing too. Like you ain't even try to clean this nigga. You ain't try to turn him over. You ain't see no other punctures. You ain't try to stitch this nigga up. You ain't try to bandage this nigga up. You ain't try to do nothing. You said, let me take off this shirt and clean this motherfucker. Bitch, you know why you did
Saying at this point when you cleaned him up.
He wasn't saying anything.
But he was awake?
More or less. I mean,
what does that mean?
What do you mean, more or less?
Yeah, what does that mean?
was he completely coherent? No, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. Were you concerned about that?
Well, he was asleep. You know what I mean?
Once again, Heather's initial statement comes back to haunt her.
Had he been asleep prior to saying anything, or is he kind of awake still?
He was awake.
Heather also clarifies that she'd used a washcloth to clean Robert's wounds, and the investigators soon discover it at the scene.
So there is a washcloth in here, but there's not a lot of blood on it.
Well, it doesn't look like, I mean, this is not an absorbent.
No.
The detective's questioning then takes a turn.
What all is on those computers? You gaming? What else might be on there?
Porn.
Oh yeah, there's gaming. You'll find some pictures
Like what are we talking about?
of us.
Like what do you mean? You have to explain that to me.
This bitch sick, and I can already read it. She's a I wouldn't even call her a succubus. She's some type of parasite, bro, and I can just see it and different. With that being said, R.I.P. to Robert. It's crazy, bro. This bitch, she got that lust energy.
Are we talking like naked pictures?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Were you guys both
She
into
got
that
kink
type of
out
thing?
that shit.
Only with each other,
Okay.
obviously.
What types of things are we going to see on there?
So, like, what do you mean?
Well, we're adults. You can tell me. I'm like, what are you guys into? Like, what are you guys?
You'll just see pictures of us,
Back
and you'll
shots,
see a couple
like
videos, and you know, 'cause he likes to watch.
Okay.
Liked, I should say.
Okay. I mean, were you guys into like any type like BDSM or anything like that type of stuff?
No, but you'll find out in the top floor of my room.
Like what type of stuff?
Toys and stuff.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about with like BDSM
Yes,
and all that stuff. You guys didn't like to tie each other up or hurt each other or anything like that? That wasn't your thing? Your guys' thing? His thing or your thing?
It wasn't his thing.
Okay. Your thing?
In suitcases and shit.
Years and years and years and years and years and years ago.
A similar discussion comes up in Tyler's interview.
He's complained about her
Sexual habits. Yep.
Is it too much for him?
Yeah, because sometimes my mom's been, since she's been 17, she's had kids. You know what I mean? So she's been in control of everything. So she likes to be the one being controlled, and he's like, no, you know? So he's talked to me about that, but...
Anything crazy?
No.
Where like they hurt each other or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't think that they hurt each other sexually. Like, I know they get tied up.
You stuttered a little bit about it, so I was like, I thought you were going to say something.
Yeah, no. But not anything different than a normal BDSM type of person, you know?
The detective with Heather then tries to understand her temperament.
Well, when you get pissed, do you just yell at him or do you become physical?
I'm not a physical person.
Okay.
I am not a physical person.
It's never gotten physical between you and your husband?
Nope.
That you can remember?
It's never gotten physical between us.
What about with you and Tyler? Anything ever gotten physical?
Oh, Tyler and I?
Uh-huh.
We're two peas in a pod.
Uh-huh. So what does that mean? You mean it hasn't, you've never gotten a fight with Tyler at all, or?
Oh, when he was younger.
Uh-huh. What about since he's moved back with you?
No.
No?
I mean, we have argued a few times because, you know, he'll wake up and he'll be in a bad mood or whatever, and then he'll take it out on everybody, and I won't even have my coffee yet. I'll tell him to just shut up,
Yeah, it's just you.
Yeah.
Or it's him. It's everybody but you.
Have you ever punched him?
No.
Did you ever hit you or anything like that?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
Recently, as a 30-year-old? Yeah?
She a pretty feisty woman for her small height, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Let's just say when I was a kid and they were like, I'd get in trouble in school. Who are you calling, your dad or your mom? Call my dad every single time.
Usually it's the other way around. Let me call my mom.
Yeah, because the other day we got, because Robert would be like, you know, we're going to do this as a family. And then it wouldn't happen. And I'd be like, come on, bro, don't be telling my son you're going to do something with him and not do it. And then my mom got mad at me and I was like, well, you guys stopped the whole world to go to his mom's house, but you guys can't take an hour to hang out with my son. And she got mad and then, like, she hit me.
How? Boom, close fist.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was this?
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
It seems Tyler has a lot on his mind, and this conversation triggers him to share some of his thoughts.
Yep, my nigga Tyler, ADHD.
This is what got me hella confused. Okay? If I was you, I'd be like, you know, how would you clean him up? Why would you do that?
Would you do that?
You know? Just leave everything there. You know, I mean, leave it how it is. I mean, that's one thing I think is kind of little, That's what I think is
maybe a little sketched out on your mom right now. It is a stay between us. I mean, just be honest with us. No.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think he stabbed himself. I think that's.
I think that's retarded.
Honestly, I don't know what happened because they were both pretty drunk last night. Because I know when my mom gets really drunk, she's like, "I love you, son. Oh, I love you so much." And I'm like,
her eyes come out.
I'm like, all right, Mom, you're feeling it. You're feeling it.
Earlier, Heather had claimed that both she and Robert only had one drink, yet Tyler's interview has once again contradicted her.
Did you have more than that to drink?
Yeah.
How much? So be honest with me. How much did you guys have to drink that night?
I don't know how much he had to drink. I had 2 drinks.
Okay, 2 drinks.
She
You
said
mentioned
one
earlier was
piece.
gin and ginger ale.
Gin and ginger ale, yeah.
Is that what you had before too?
Yeah.
She said it was
What does he
one
like to
piece.
drink?
Vodka.
Well, he'll drink it like this and then chase it with soda.
You guys been together pretty much over a year, about a year or so.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell when he's been drinking?
Oh yeah.
You know, when he's drunk or hit that kind of that threshold? Was he at that threshold last night? Was he drunk?
Yeah.
Okay. How come you didn't tell me this before?
It's not something I'm proud of.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having drinks and getting a little silly, you know, every once in a while, getting drunk every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with that. Unless it's a problem. Is this a problem?
No.
Okay. This isn't. Do you guys drink heavily on a regular basis or just on an occasional basis?
Occasional.
And last night was one of those occasions.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you talk about your mom, you paint her out to be like this very sweet, loving person who's just like right now is a good example where you're like, listen, son, you know, we press for cash, we gotta make it last. Can you do 3 days? But then I guess if you catch her at a bad time, she's just like flips the script just like that. Is that how it really is, or?
Yeah.
While the interviews have been taking place, a key piece of information was uncovered, and the detective now decides to show his hand.
So, there's something I haven't told you. Okay, I'm going to tell you now. But we spoke to some of your neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
They actually heard yelling. They heard a male and a female's voice yelling from your house early in the morning. How do you explain that?
I don't remember yelling.
Okay, but you all said that you never argue.
We don't argue.
Okay, so who was yelling last night?
I don't know.
Because if Tyler and Lizzie went to bed at 8:30, 9:30
But if we were
o'clock,
yelling, they would have heard it. Tyler and Lizzie would have heard it.
Tyler says he sleeps like the dead when he's in there.
And Lizzie would have heard it. If we were yelling, they would have heard it.
Heather is right, and for once, Tyler doesn't dispute her claim.
I didn't hear anything. I was asleep.
Investigators were able to contact the neighbor who shared.
That's a fact. Because, That don't really make sense. You know what I mean? You got motherfuckers in the house with kids and shit. They up. The kids might wake up. How the fuck does the neighbor hear before the people in the house? I can understand, bro, because he off medication. He's sedated. Woman, hell.
Heard exactly what they'd heard.
Well, I'm not too entirely sure. It was like, I think around 4 or 3, maybe early in the morning at some time. I didn't look at the clock or anything, but I heard yelling. Oh, it didn't sound like a violent yelling. It just seemed like it was yelling like someone enjoying the time or something like that.
Do you know, did it sound like a male's voice or a female's voice or both on the yelling?
Probably both.
While it's clear many elements of this case aren't adding up, Tyler's questioning comes to an end, and he's joined by Elizabeth. Whether or not Tyler is aware that he's still being recorded is unclear, but he soon makes some of his most interesting statements.
I guess when they heard my mom say that she felt guilty. She came back it's non-violent. Mom, what do you mean by violent? Has she assaulted you?
He looks black. A little bit, but I know he's not. Obviously. Look, it's the difference. You know what oh shit. This is the difference though. You know what I'm saying? Me, I got some tang to my sis. You know, I'm black, baby. And different. That's all. Might be Irish or some shit.
I don't know. So you're lying to me. And then I was like, well, honestly, like 2 weeks ago, you did. He was like, all right, what was it about? And I was like, well, I was getting frustrated about, like, they say, oh, we're going to spend time with the kids and all this, and it never happened. So I told him, you guys are lying to my kids. And then she started hitting me, and he was like, all right, I guess the neighbors. Last night I heard yelling at like 2 a.m. Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm and niggas all like, let's go outside. It's all right. And then did you? He pulled over there and he's like, I'm gonna kill it right now. Did you stab him? No. I was in the room all night. Yeah. Well, they asked me. Well, they asked me if you had gone out in the middle of the night and was into me. Took his meds, he was asleep. I had to wake him up to drug baby. And he's like, why does she feel guilty? Why? He's like, here's another question I have to ask you. Who cleaned up the body? I was like, my mom said she cleaned him up. Like, why would she do that? You know?
This detail hasn't escaped the attention of detectives either.
I guess I'm a little concerned with the part where you cleaned him up. If you didn't have anything to do with his injuries, why are you cleaning him up?
Because I wanted to look at them. I wanted to see them.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. And so when you clean them up, you, according to your statement, you didn't think they were that bad, but there was still blood coming out of them.
Just like a little. It wasn't like blood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You guys saw the bed. There's not a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Heather has admitted that she looked closely at Robert's wounds while cleaning him, and it was while taking a closer look at Robert's injuries that the first officers on the scene realized something was wrong.
Damn it.
Got the puncture. Got the puncture. Got the puncture.
Oh, man.
Oh, it stabbed themselves 3 times, though. That's what's got me. Like, what the?
So, Dan, I'm talking to Dan.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why niggas usually, you know what I mean, take themselves out with a gun or just some other shit. Cause like a knife, bro, you got a thing in your brain to stop you from doing self-harm to yourself. Like me, if I try to bite my thumb on some shit, bite it off, clean off, it's not going. Like I got that. I won't want to do it anyway, but you know, I got the shit in my brain to help me not do it, so to speak. When using a knife or something, obviously you can cut yourself. People cut themselves, but nobody never seen a nigga just stab themselves in the head on some shit. Like, or just, I've never seen a nigga really stab themselves. Also, not saying it can't happen, it's just, How likely is that to happen on some shit? And then, like Cuz said, with the he face down.
Honestly, in my ball sack, you know, like I think he did it. I'm not trying to accuse her, but nothing else.
Yeah, like you said, the ball sack.
Right here. She's acting really weird about it too. Like, why would you say you feel guilty, dude? If you didn't do anything, you shouldn't even have that feeling, bro. Nothing's adding up. It's like weird to me. I had the knife come back. Exactly.
Honestly, I just want to know. I want to know what happened to him.
I do too.
I think you do know. Honestly, I think you know what
I
happened.
didn't do this.
And if you do know what happened, let's just hear me out. I think you know what happened, and
I did not do this. I did not see this happen. I did not do this. I'm not a bad person. I'm not.
And look, I'm gonna say this. This might be very controversial, right? Does killing make you a bad person? Nah, bro. Killing itself don't make you a bad person. We kill things all the time. We kill our emotions. We kill our feelings. We kill animals. We kill people. In self-defense, we kill people. Does it make us a bad person? No. The only thing that makes it feel like a bad person is the feelings that you have towards something, right? With that being said, she said, I'm not a bad person. This ain't got shit to do with being bad. That's how I know, number one, you projecting. You're a bad person. What's really a bad person? What was bad? You know what I mean? It's all subjective, objective, whatever, nonetheless. Yeah, she's definitely projecting her thoughts. She doesn't want to be portrayed as bad, but she's a sicko, and I'm pretty sure we could tell. If you can't tell, I could tell. Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean,
this video probably like over an hour long. Give a fuck. Okay, we here for the ride, my nigga.
It doesn't make sense.
He's 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
How would I be able to hurt him like that?
With a knife.
I don't know, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Everything I've seen, it's
nigga. What they say, nigga? These 7'6" I don't give a fuck if your ass 7 foot Wimbayama, nigga. The motherfucking hollows gonna hit your motherfucking spine, my nigga. With that being said, a knife gonna do the same shit. It don't matter if you 5'2" or you're 10'2". That shit going, nigga. We bleed.
I'm seeing. I don't think this is self-inflicted.
You think I did this?
I have not. I haven't come out and said that to you.
Okay.
But if he didn't do it to himself, somebody did. And there's not very many people in that house that would be capable of doing this.
Right.
Or would have reason to.
Right.
Okay? So that's what I'm trying to understand.
If I was a cop, I'd be right, bro. I'm sorry, dude, but I'm gonna have to take you to jail to figure all this out. You know?
Heather's questioning soon comes to an end, but before she's reunited with Tyler, the two exchange text messages. Tyler asks, "Mama, did you do anything?" Heather replies, "I didn't," and "Tyler, do you really think this is something I would do?" Tyler answers, "I don't think so, but I'm not the detective," resulting in Heather's reply, "I didn't do this, Tyler." Heather's phone would eventually prove to be a turning point in this distressing case. Heather detective, resulting in Heather's reply, "I didn't do this, Tyler."
I cleaned it to see how bad it was. I didn't think it was that
Heather's
bad.
phone would eventually prove to be a turning point.
Mom, they wait. Oh no, this is ridiculous. Mom, they think I did this. I have been questioning. I'm gonna have to ask for an attorney. They think I did this. Are you okay, Mama?
In this distressing
I
case,
bet.
Heather, Tyler, and Elizabeth were released from the police station but not allowed to return home until the investigators finished their search.
Yeah, so just some really, really odd circumstances and information.
She's saying it's suicide, yet she stabbed himself, and it's just nothing's adding up. I don't know.
Well, my big thing, okay, if he did, then the knife would still be in there. Why is it in here?
Yeah.
My thing is too is why are you gonna choose a steak knife when you have so many options for knives right in your room? I mean, this right here would be just as good as any steak knife.
Yeah. Well, this guy right here.
It's like a samurai sword. Oh, that's like a Spartan sword.
Gun is in here, which is right up on top of there.
Yeah, you got a whole gun, my nigga.
That's what she said. So this is my thing too, is right. If you're gonna commit suicide,
why not use that?
Yeah. Wouldn't you use a firearm instead of a
or firearm or pills?
Mm-hmm.
And he had options for both.
Man, discourse, stop calling me. Yeah, this nigga had a firearm and pills. And ain't used neither. Look, and I mean, I'm not promoting this shit. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I think that'd be the better way. And I think the third, only final way is probably you jump off that chair. Other than that, bro, a knife, that's one of the worst ways to go out. I think that maybe being buried alive and fucking drowning is like, and falling to death. Like them, but it didn't happen, bro.
I'll get a real medieval feel from him.
I don't know. I mean, there's
a sword back here.
Yeah, but like
pretty pointy. I took that thing out. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this now, since everybody's recording. If you ever find me with multiple stab wounds in my chest, I didn't do it myself.
What?
And I don't know. This is just weird.
It's too weird. There's something not right.
Once the search was concluded, an officer called Heather to inform her that she could return home.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, this is old as shit. My nigga got a home button on his iPhone. Bro, when was this again? This is 2020. Yeah. This is old.
Well, I can't, like I said, I can't give you any advice at this point, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Do I just wait? Do I just wait?
As far as what do you mean? Wait for what?
Wait for what?
To hear from you guys? Do I?
Yes. I mean, you'll hear from us. OMI will probably get a hold of you eventually too, concerning making arrangements for the body. But that's about it from here out, ma'am.
While the officer may not have known it at the time, this wouldn't be it for the case.
So tomorrow I need to look into an attorney.
That's up to you. That's, like I said, that's completely up to you. I can't make any.
I know you can't.
Recommendations.
I just, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Following this call, Heather was allowed to return home, and for years there were no developments in Robert's case. That is, until April 1st, 2025, almost 5 years after Robert.
Damn, so she went on about 5 years after this motherfucker.
Death, officers find themselves waiting outside the school where Heather works.
Lock in and load out.
So I'm going to grab your stuff from you, okay?
She about to shit her pants.
Evan, put your hands behind your back. Heather?
What do I have a warrant for?
For homicide. You have the right to remain silent. Any statements made by you may be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney. Not afford an attorney. One will be appointed to represent you free.
She gained hella weight. I couldn't even notice her. Damn, am I tripping?
You have the right to remain silent. Any statements made by you may be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney. Not afford an attorney. One will be appointed to represent you free of charge. You have a right to consult an attorney.
Can I call my mom real quick?
Yeah, hold on. You have the right to consult an attorney before any questions are asked.
Yeah. I have no idea what this is.
Once again, Heather's phone revealed more
You must not know a lot of shit.
than she'd been willing to share. Despite her claim that the couple never fought, Video footage was found from November 23, 2020, 6 days before Robert's death. Heather had been recording an argument between her and Robert over Robert's ex-wife, where he can be heard saying, "You, and you just want to be mean and stupid."
You guys really had to arrest me right in front of the kids that I work with.
Well,
come on.
we waited until the school got out, Mary.
No, but I still have kids in the cafeteria.
Okay, would you like to stand on the other side of this car?
Despite being arrested, Heather manages to keep up a friendly attitude while waiting to be transported.
Could somebody glasses up a little bit? Thanks.
That's good.
So just animals in your house,
Yes.
that's it?
Oh,
Okay.
and I have to pee. Of course I do.
Her humor doesn't last for too long, however, once she's placed in the back of a police vehicle.
Please don't let them plaster my face on Facebook, please.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
You know what I mean?
No, unfortunately, I know exactly what you mean. And I wish they would stop doing that. I really,
Well,
really do.
mine is because of my profession, you know? That's why I couldn't believe they grabbed me right here in front of my job.
In her interview, Sonia also shared some reasons why it may have taken so long for there to be any developments in Robert's case.
We have a single lab in the state of New Mexico to process evidence, and so everything they did was on a slow scale. It took months for things to be processed. It just kind of got put on the back burner, I guess.
Other than this, how's your night going?
Fine. It was good. It was actually great. I have the best job. I live my best life.
Robert's cause of death was ruled to be 3 stab wounds to the chest, but the manner of death was undetermined. The pathologist listed that he had minor blunt force injuries on his head and neck, including an abrasion and underlying hemorrhage on his forehead, an abraded contusion on his abdomen, and a few contusions and abrasions on his arms. His post-mortem blood alcohol level was 0.084, which is the blood alcohol limit for driving in New Mexico. The steak knife was also tested, but no blood was found. However, Robert's DNA was present on the blade.
So, Ms. Fernandez, you've been advised of your rights.
Correct.
Do you know why you're here?
Just no.
Okay. So the last time you and I talked was back in 2020. This has to do with your husband,
Yes.
Robert.
Yes.
Okay. So we've completed our investigation. It took some time because we had a lot to process. But our investigation, from what we have, we know what happened. Okay. And this is your opportunity to tell us the truth about what happened. Okay. Because what you told me last time, none of the evidence that we processed matches with what you're telling us. So I know what happened to Robert. I just don't know why it happened to him. This is your time to tell me why.
I'm gonna need an attorney.
Okay. All right. We'll get you up to the jail then.
Can I please use my phone real quick to call my boss and my mom?
Yeah. Let me find out. Let me make sure that we're gonna be able to do that. Give me a minute.
You know.
I'll be right back. Just hang out.
The autopsy also revealed that the 2 stab wounds to Robert's right chest entered the chest cavity and punctured his right lung, resulting in a collection of air around the lung. He also had 1 stab wound on his left chest, which punctured his left lung and lacerated the coronary artery of his heart. This injury resulted in approximately 3 liters of blood collecting in his chest cavity and explains the lack of blood found at the scene. Both of the wounds to his chest resulted in collapsed lungs. According to police documents, it would be almost impossible for Robert to have injured himself to the point of puncturing both lungs and severing a coronary artery, and then proceed to eat pie with Heather. As well, the pathologist stated that it wasn't likely for his death to occur over hours, and estimated that it was more likely to have been within minutes to hours. As well, according to police documents, when Heather initially called 911, she told the dispatcher that, quote, he got mad, though she never explained this statement further.
Okay, you ready?
Not really.
Well, ready to get out of here at least? Bye.
Heather was charged with second-degree murder and tampering with evidence. After her arrest, she was released on a personal recognizance bond while awaiting trial. At the time of this video, there's been no conviction or sentencing in this case. If you'd like to see select new videos
Bro, they doing my nigga Robert grimy. They hit different this bit walking around
early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come.
Alright, guys. That's it for this video. If you fucking with the reactions, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Get a nigga right with the likes and the subscribe, alright? I'm gonna catch y'all niggas later.